Today I'm going to take you step by step into how I make a collage in acrylic paint, floral subject. I keep with big shapes, bright color, and have a lot of fun doing it. I'm not going to be pulling any gel print papers today, but as I'm showing you these that I have pulled, these are some of the papers that we will use. This is a shape that we'll be cutting out or tearing out. As you can see, it's just a simple vase and 3 flower forms. The petals are just torn out of paper. Then we'll move the papers to a pre-painted canvas or canvas board. You can then move them around into a desirable shape. Since I've had a little bit of technical difficulty and lost some of the steps, I am going to sort of critique the piece with some of these steps, or at least showing you the papers laid out on the painted canvas, and then we'll move on to one of the first images that I have. This image has been painted on. Each of the pieces of paper on the flower elements have been painted on. So it has some of the shading and some of the background. I've started to paint in the background and also paint onto the paper. I'm not against painting onto the paper. The paper gives you a basic background, a basic place to begin, and then start laying in your color and using a dark background to pop forward the most light colored flowers in the vase. And so you'll see to the right, of course, we have the yellow background, and the darkest flower is on the yellow background. It will be developed a little bit more with more layers of yellow and different yellow, but at this point we're developing the left-hand background and using darker value, so purple, blue, whatever's going to help recede and help the background to go back and help push forward the floral subject matter. It's a matter of pushing and pulling, you might say. You're actually trying to push things back in space and bring things forward in space. And so you will get into the negative space, the space around the subject, and start using that to push your subject forward. And as you build layers of paint, you'll be able to see that this is a very positive thing about acrylic painting. It's you can go over color, but not always can you like cover red over green without making your red a little darker. But if you put white paint down over a color you don't want, you can then go over that color with another color and get a pretty good coverage. So it's a matter of experimentation and pulling and pushing your subject matter by using color to do that. Then we want to at least break up and put something for our vase to sit on. So we're breaking up the plane. We're making a horizon line, you might say, the table's edge behind the vase, so that we have something for this vase to sit on. You can see that there's quite a few different colors used in the table, and I do that because I like to play with light. And by making muddy kind of color on one side, you're making the shadows and the reflections, and by brightening one side, the side that has the darkest flower but the lightest background, continue to use that light, the bright colors, the light colors, to bring forward the table on that right-hand side. Thank you for being with me, collaging and painting, and we'll see you in the next episode of Sprouse Rose Studio Paint and Collage.